is. I love it. Sure. Yeah, I'll take it back. Well, I mean, before all the time. Thank Right. Mic check, mic check. What time? Mic check, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Oh, you can look at mine, yeah. Mic check, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Yep. Thank you. Oh, nice.
Yes, hi Jennifer, so good to see you again. Yes, yeah, of course, yeah, it's an exciting day, isn't it? Yes, yeah. Hi. Hey, everybody, good to see you. Yes, hi, I'm right down the road here. Yeah, sorry, my hands are cold. Yeah. Hi, so good to see you. Hi. Let's be here. I'm sorry, yeah. Hi, good to see you. Great.
Good morning, everyone, and welcome. My name is Jennifer Norman, and I'm the very proud president of First Steps Kent. We serve as the early childhood systems leader in Kent County and the funding administrator for the Ready by 5 Early Childhood Village. We are grateful that you've joined us at the D2D event space, which is located within the First Steps office building. It is with great excitement that we share the visionary progress of local and state leaders toward a successful and more comprehensive childcare system. High-quality childcare supports healthy brain development. The earliest learning, lays the foundation for cognitive, social, and motoric skills children need to thrive in school and in life. When we invest in childcare, we strengthen families today to build a more skilled and productive workforce for tomorrow. Michigan parents want the very best start for their children, yet too many still struggle to find affordable and reliable childcare. Across our state, parents, early childhood professionals, and business leaders are coming together to pursue innovative solutions to childcare crises. We know there is no single fix. It requires a multi-tiered approach. One promising solution, championed in partnership with Congresswoman Scholten, is an innovative model that puts children first while easing the financial burden on families and helping employers invest in the workforce. Today, Congresswoman Scholten reaffirms Michigan's commitment to young children and their families. Please join me in welcoming her.
Good morning, everyone. Thank you so much for being here with us today on this exciting day when we announce the rollout of our Tri-Share Child Care Bill. It is no secret that child care costs are suffocating American families. As a working mom of 2 kids, I know firsthand what it feels like to feel like you are paying for the privilege of working. There were times when my husband and I sat around the table and thought, can we still make this work? As a young attorney with 2 kids in daycare, sometimes the answer seemed like no, but we kept finding ways to make it work. This bill is about helping American families with that dinner table conversation, figuring out how they can make it work. Since 1990, child care expenses have more than tripled. In 38 states, child care costs more than public college tuition. Think about that. Across West Michigan and communities all across this country, these costs are absolutely crushing American families. Parents are doing everything right, working hard, contributing to their communities, and trying to build a better future for their children. But the price of childcare has risen so high that it's pushing many families to the breaking point. It forces parents to make impossible choices. Do they take on debt just to keep their jobs? Do they cut back on groceries or delay medical care just to pay for childcare? Do they turn down a promotion, reduce their hours, or leave the workforce altogether? It's hard to know what to do when the numbers just simply don't add up. This is a math problem, and we're here to help solve the equation, dividing the cost by thirds. Childcare costs aren't just a challenge for parents. It's an economic issue that affects all of us, employers, small business owners, government leaders. When parents can't find or afford reliable childcare costs, businesses struggle to hire and retain workers. Productivity drops. Our economy pays the price when parents are forced out of the workforce. Parents who want to succeed, parents who want to help grow our economy, but they simply can't afford childcare. And the burden falls disproportionately on women who are still more likely to leave the workforce than their male counterparts when it comes to the burden of childcare. In Michigan, we are lucky to have leaders who in 2021 pioneered, developed, and implemented an innovative program to reduce childcare costs by 66%. We're so grateful to be joined by partners who were at the forefront of leading this program, including the Chamber and our First Steps team here filling up the front row. Overall, this program, the Tri-Share program, which has been implemented in dozens of counties, jurisdictions, and states across the country, it is a proven model to success. We want to take it to the national level. It helps solve the math that parents face at their kitchen table and will reduce childcare costs by 2/3 for the parents. Since Michigan implemented this program, more states and counties have continued to add their own Tri-Share programs, including North Carolina, Kentucky, Texas, West Virginia, Missouri, Connecticut, Ohio, and Noble County, Indiana. It's smart, it's a simple model, and it works. In Michigan, we've seen tremendous success in this program. 82% of participating families said that TriShare helped them to stay in the workforce. 82%. And 81% said that it's supporting their long-term career goals. 71% of participating employers said that TriShare has helped them retain employees. 80% of participating employers anticipate that TriShare will be a critical recruitment tool moving forward. In addition to employers and employees, TriShare benefits childcare providers too, something that is critical as we see shortages in childcare nationwide. Under TriShare, 57% of childcare providers reported improved financial stability, helping to maintain local childcare slots so that parents can continue working. Now it's time to build off the success that these states and local programs have seen by expanding TriShare concept to a national level. For states that are already participating, like Michigan, they're going to see additional beneficial math numbers as the federal government chips in to their share, helping them to grow and expand the number of participants that they are able to serve. I just introduced this critical piece of legislation. It is bipartisan. I'm so proud to partner with my colleague across the state, Congressman John James from Michigan's 10th Congressional District. In any state or municipality, again, with an existing program, the federal pilot program would provide additional financial support to help ensure its long-term success, its growth, and expansion to serve even more parents. This is a smart, common sense, proven solution that puts money back in hardworking American families' pockets. And thanks to the states that have already implemented this pilot program, we know how successful it can be. We change the narrative when we come up with innovative solutions to help parents solve the problems that face them every day. This is what people should depend on their lawmakers to do. I can tell you firsthand in Washington, D.C. right now, it is challenging to come up with solutions like this. But I am so proud of this program. I'm proud of the bipartisan members who are coming along to join us and help us champion it. We look forward to getting it across the finish line. So grateful to our partners who are joining us here today, including Andy Johnson from the Grand Rapids Chamber. Andy, welcome to the podium.
Thank you so much, Congresswoman. Congresswoman Scholten, good morning. My name is Andy Johnson. I'm Senior Vice President of Strategic Initiatives at your Grand Rapids Chamber, and it really is an honor to be here today. Making childcare more accessible and affordable has and continues to be a top priority for our business community. We know that one of the biggest barriers for people seeking to remain or rejoin the workforce is the cost of childcare, resulting in more and more parents being left behind as our economy continues to grow. At the state level, TriShare was the result of the work by a coalition of business leaders and other stakeholders led by the Grand Rapids Chamber and the bipartisan leadership of elected leaders like Governor Gretchen Whitmer and State Representative Greg Van Workum and many others. Michigan's TriShare program has become a nationally recognized innovation for supporting working families, and you just heard some incredible statistics that show the value that it's brought. And when I go to national conferences, talking with my colleagues at chambers across the country, they're still asking us about TriShare. And that shows me that this continues to be one key element to solving this really difficult equation. And it really stands as a shining illustration of what can be accomplished when the public and private sectors work together to find a solution that benefits everyone. The kind of public and private partnerships that West Michigan is really known for. And Congresswoman Scholten's work to federalize TriShare is really an exciting step forward. This public-private partnership that helps to share the cost of child care among employers, families in the state of Michigan has been a win. And now, thanks to the Congresswoman's work, it has the opportunity to be a win for our entire country. The Chamber, the Grand Rapids Chamber, in partnership with the U.S. Chamber Foundation, the Michigan Chamber, and the Early Childhood Investment Corporation released a report in 2023 titled Untapped Potential in Michigan. It highlights how often parents and children under the age of 6, or how often parents with children under the age of 6 leave the workforce or leave the workforce or educational opportunities behind due to insufficient childcare, as well as how often they are missing work or school due to childcare issues. Highlights from the report include that childcare issues result in an estimated $2.8 billion loss annually for Michigan's economy. Michigan loses an estimated $576 million annually in tax revenue due to childcare issues, and 14% of parents left a job in the past 6 months due to childcare. 52% of parents need to make a significant adjustment to their school or work training due to childcare issues. This data is used to model just a conservative estimate of the direct financial impact of breakdowns in childcare for Michigan's economy and its employers. Now, if we expand this impact across the other 49 states, you get a picture of how important the legislation is that we're discussing today. Access to childcare allows parents the flexibility to pursue careers or enhance their education or vocational skills. Parents are often forced to weigh these competing priorities, balancing their desire to pursue rewarding work or advance their education to advance their career with the responsibilities of raising their children. There's no doubt that childcare is crucial to the country's economic infrastructure. It provides a stable foundation for a thriving business environment. Thank you so much, Congresswoman Scholten and your team, for your leadership on this issue. We're really proud to partner with you to advance this bipartisan legislation. It's now my pleasure to introduce Shanae Edmond-Verlee, the CEO of Vibrant Futures, to add some of her remarks. Shanae?
Thanks so much, Andy. Wow, this is so exciting. You know, every single day, parents get up and they get their little kiddos together to go out and pursue the American dream. That's what it's about for every single family. And this national tri-tier legislation is strategic, it's catalytic, and it's a breakthrough driver in economic development for all of us achieving shared prosperity. That's what America's all about. This legislation affirms the voices of families and small businesses and employers who equally want both growth and shared prosperity. In our Voices survey, we've got 5. We asked employers, we asked parents, we asked childcare businesses, what did they need? 64% of the families in this region said we need help paying for childcare. So we're right in that kitchen table conversation. This legislation in this great nation is not mutually exclusive, making mutually exclusive having a child and going to work. These are all of the American efforts that we want to move forward. They're not mutually exclusive. And so here we have today an opportunity to do both. Families to choose their children and earn a living. You see at Vibrant Futures, we hear families, we support families, we support those small businesses. We partner with employers as the Michigan Prosperity Region's Tri-Share Hub and the Regional Coalition, all about these things. And we've been doing it for 50 years. We've been talking to families for 50 years in 30 counties. But the crisis is grown to epic proportions. This issue is about affordability at the end of the day. This issue is about creates the opportunity for great impact for families to be able to afford childcare so they can go to work and earn a living. This legislation is a key lever for the national tri-share legislation that's catalytic. And these issues, these crisis issues are true for Samantha, who we've helped. You know, Samantha was a single mom, and she was thinking about stepping out of work, working for one of the manufacturers. You know what she decided? I can't do it any longer. And her employer had heard about traction and told her about it and said, you're going to go right now, stay, because we're going to promote you. That's the conversation that's happening day in and day out with businesses. Is this issue around this married couple, Chris and Mariah, with a newborn, 8-month-old little boy. They're hoping that their employer will sign up for traction so they can get some relief from this big pain point. And then I think about Matthew and Megan, who we talked to. They have 2 little boys, a year and a half and almost 4 years. And you know what they said? It's really hurting us. We can barely survive. Because their child care bill, $700 a week, $2,800 a month, $34,000 a year. This is what Americans are dealing with, this desire for relief. And boy, I tell you, they're going to be ecstatic to hear that these investments may grow and move things forward. And so I'm ecstatic that this is a bipartisan bill, and it signals that the issues of this, an opportunity for a profound shift, I think, for American families and for the childcare businesses and for employers who are looking for talent every single day. So I just want to thank you for the genius and the innovation and being catalytic and being a collaborative to help make this happen. This is good for families. It certainly is good for children. It's good for childcare businesses, the largest sector of businesses like that. And it's certainly good for employers as well. Thank you, Congressman Scholten.
Sorry for the fact you're like, I'm not playing, I'm saying. It's a busy day. The fullness of first step in this front row speaks for itself. How supportive they are. So thank you for being here. Imagine going up to a hardworking couple managing $34,000 a year in child care and telling them, how would you like to pay $10,000 instead? Imagine what that would do to their overall economic outlook. That is the hope that we want to provide with the TriShare Child Care Pilot Program. Since I came to Congress, I have been a champion on child care issues, working to get this bill across the finish line. You know, you don't just wake up one day and introduce a bill. I've been talking with Andy about this for quite some time. Even as we work to get bipartisan sponsors and get the language just right on this bill, I have not stopped in investing in our community and making sure that we have investments in already existing child care programs. I have secured $3 million for child care and child development centers through 3 different projects to renovate classrooms at the United Methodist Community House, $1 million to the YMCA facility out in Grand Haven, and just now secured in the 2026 budget, which I'm going to work on to Washington later today to get passed. But an additional $1 million to develop a child care facility through the Rapid at the new bus station downtown for shift workers so that we can continue to grow the facilities that are there. Across Kent County, we have close to 70,000 slot shortage when it comes to child care facilities. It takes all of us to do our part to bridge this gap. And I hope you can see by the partnership that we have here today, it really does take a village to raise a child, to solve a child care problem, but we are coming together as a village to solve this problem. Thank you all so much for joining us today. I think for the acoustic statistics, we might just do both sides. I'm happy to take more questions on the bill and some of the details of it if you want. And any of these folks too are happy to. Should we get a picture up here if you want to real quick? Okay. Thank you.
Yeah.